Hello and welcome back to the Pit Wall Podcast, where today we are going to be previewing and predicting the 2025 Monaco Grand Prix. It's Crown Jewel week, baby. Everybody is really excited for this Monaco race.
I mean, we did have a very hype lap one last year.
We did have a very hype...
And that was about it.
we had a hype lap one and a hype final lap.
Yeah, no, I mean, I won't discount the fact of Leclerc's happiness. Although I do have to warn you, I've noticed a trend.
Okay, well, are you going to tell me now? Or
I'm going to tell you now.
Okay, what's the trend?
Home races are not going great for people this year.
I too noticed this trend.
I mean, Piastri, he went and cut the grass. Antonelli, DNF'd, and now of course, a lot of drivers can claim Monaco as their home, but nobody can claim it like Leclerc.
The Monegasque. Yep. Mm-hmm. And his dog.
I just feel like that is a sign of not good things for the Ferrari driver.
Well, no one cares anymore because he's won. That's not true.
I think he cares.
Okay, well, the Monaco Grand Prix has been held 81 times, first time held in 1929. It is won 6 times by Ayrton Senna, and last year was like the Senna year. Like everybody, there's a livery and all this stuff. So, and it's been won by McLaren 15 times. That's wild. It feels like a Ferrari track, but truly it's a McLaren track, like at the end of the day. So it is 3.337 kilometers, 2.074 miles. It is actually under the legal limit to be a track, but they allow Monaco special for history is 260 kilometers and there's 78 laps. You know that track is short. When there are 78 laps, that is a lot of times to pass a casino, a swimming pool, and go through a hairpin, let me tell you. So, anyway, last year, as we've mentioned, was historically won by a Monegasque, Charles Leclerc, and that was the most exciting part. Leclerc completely dominated the entire weekend last year and finished it off with a nice little dive in the harbor, as per tradition. And I'm really excited about this race. Monaco hasn't been the most kind to my favorite driver, Lewis Hamilton, in the past. And yes, we matched last week, and yes, we matched this week, and that's her fault.
You know, it's a trend. You told me to get team kits. We're going to get team kits, okay? You didn't even mention the fact that if Albon would have got on the podium at the last race, we were going to get matching team kits again of the Williams. So I don't want to hear it.
I did also promise in perpetuity that whenever Haas got their first podium, I'd buy the nicest team shirt. But they're going strong. I haven't had to buy it yet. So without further ado, who do you have on pole position at the most important qualifying of the year? Because this is a very hard track to overtake, and usually the pole sitter wins these days. Who's on pole?
I feel like Max is back on some nice form.
Okay.
I think he's going to come home with pole.
Okay, so Max Verstappen, as you said last week.
Oh, my
God. Well, I unfortunately agree with you. I think Max will be on pole. It seems like when there is a chance for qualifying to matter, Max destroys everybody. And we all know that these McLaren drivers like to throw away pole like unused or single-use plastics. All right. These guys cannot get pole when it matters to save their life.
Or when they do get pole, they lose it in the first lap, if not the first 2 corners.
Yeah, they basically barely get pole when they could easily, if Max was driving this car, and I'm no Max Verstappen fan. If Max was driving this car, he'd be murdering everybody right now, destroying them, annihilating them. It would suck to watch. It would, I borderline think worse than 2023 level, especially for qualifying. And these guys put yellow sectors up all the time, and then they manage to get it back in the last sector and get it by 0.03.
Yeah.
And it's like, meanwhile, you watch Max's on board and just the raw speed is not as high, but he's driving like the perfect lap, and then it's just barely enough.
He's a maniac in the car.
He really is.
It doesn't depend.
You didn't have to say in the car. He's just a maniac.
Well, it's just like, okay, he's good in Formula 1. He's good in other racing series. He is setting up the sim races for F2, F3. Online racing, he's really good. Behind the wheel, this man is a menace.
Well, I agree. So, anyway, this is kind of like just telling me what your qualifying order is, but let's go into I'm going to tell you we're going to go into our podium, and I'm going to tell you what I think the overall vibe of Monaco is, because if I tell you now, it'll ruin my predictions. So, starting in third position, who do you have P3 at the Monaco Grand Prix?
You see, the last race caused so much chaos with a Williams getting up there for a hot second. However, that is not going to be the case this
Okay,
weekend.
I was going to say, no shot, man.
We're going to get a nice George Russell P3.
Oh
He's going to come within our podium.
Did you steal my notes?
I didn't look at your notes.
Well, I also think George Russell is going to be P3. Why do you think George Russell is going to be P3?
Because he got out of the top 5, and he's going to come back with a vengeance for this weekend.
Okay.
And he's just, again, out of all the season, he has been the most consistent.
Yes, he has.
And I feel like if he can put a really good quality up there, it's going to be fine.
Okay. So, I also think that. So, who do you think your P2 is going to be?
You gave me no reasoning behind your choosing.
Well, because I completely agree, and I think, well, he's not going to win, but he'll get third because that's where he's going to be, and we're never going to see him on the broadcast, but he'll be P3. That's what I think is going to happen. Except for at the beginning. Who's your P3? Or P2?
Max.
What? Did you steal my notes? I thought I had this spicy take of like, oh, the pole sitter isn't going to get first. If you chose my same freaking first, I'm going to be so mad.
I'm kind of nervous.
Because I thought I absolutely cooked on this. I also put Max P2 because I was like, oh, whoa, the pole sitter isn't going to win. And I totally set you up this whole time because I was saying, like, the pole sitter always wins. And I was going to be like, ha, I lied. Well, tell me why.
Yeah.
Well, tell me who's going to win. Is that involved?
I think Piastri's going to slip by.
Okay, we didn't do the same
Well,
thing.
okay. Are you going to do your prediction that you've been predicting all season?
Of course I'm going to do my
Of course
prediction.
you're going to. See,
Why do you think I wore the shirt? So why is Piastri going to win?
I feel like Piastri is at least going to qualify P2, P3. And I think with the mixed strategies right now, McLaren is favoring Piastri a little bit above Norris for consistency and results. So they're going to give him the favorable strategy, especially saying that he is leading the championship right now.
I think McLaren is going to pull a 2021 Mercedes at this race and completely blow it this weekend.
Okay.
I mean, utterly, completely. They've already won it 15 times. They don't need more. Completely blow it. In the most blowing it fashion. Probably potentially double DNF. If not, they'll both finish like 7-8. Just completely blow it. And this is going to be like a problem because we're going into Barcelona after this, and it's going to be like, oh, dang. Like, well, we're going to Canada first, right? Canada,
I believe
then Barcelona.
it's Canada, Barcelona.
Wait, no. It's a triple header. Barcelona's next. So Barcelona is going to completely screw up McLaren's car for at least a little bit. Meanwhile, Mercedes delayed their updates, and their front wing is designed to work with the non-flexi floor that's coming. So I think they're going to have a banger package, and we might get a true Mercedes Red Bull like fight here for so I think they're going to completely blow this. Like, I think we're going to be looking back and be like, man, remember when like McLaren was like leading the championship? Like Oscar Piastri was in the lead. He's in P8 now. No, I'm kidding, not that bad. But Lance Stroll's certainly not going to get 100 points. So so my P1 is Lewis Hamilton. I predicted this early on. We're going to get an absolute banger. Everybody get ready. It's a banger alert because we're going to get a Max Lewis battle at Monaco. And Lewis has basically 3 different times, 2 times completely no fault of his own, lost Monaco when he should have won. And he should be tied on the amount of times that Monaco's been won. So I think that he's going to win. I think that Ferrari's going to do an inverse. So I'm calling this the inverse Monaco Grand Prix. The team that should win won't, McLaren. The pole sitter doesn't win, Max, and Lewis usually has bad luck these days at Monaco, and he's going to have a good luck and win. And because he's finally at one with his car. He learned the braking. I mean, he did some wild stuff in this last race, and that's all you need. And he's going to qualify well. He's going to qualify P2, which would be like a whoa, like Lewis's qualifying's back, and there you go. And sorry, one more thing. The reason I originally predicted this to begin with is because he had the fastest sector 1 in China, which is the twisty section, and that was before he didn't know the car, and this is just a twisty section. This is basically just sector 1 of China for a little bit longer. So that's why I'm predicting it.
The only reason why I did not go that route, besides knowing that that's what you were going to be doing, was the Ferrari qualifying pace just hasn't been there. Their race pace is there.
I see what you're saying, but it's Monaco. So I think they're gonna just what? I think they're not. I agree with you. Anywhere else is a P8, P9, like waiting to happen. But it's Monaco.
It's Monaco. But also, it's not a quote-unquote traditional Monaco with the mandatory 2 pits.
Yeah, the great segue. I agree. And one of my random predictions that the 2 stops does make a difference because Ferrari's been on their A game. So you segued me right into it. Ferrari's been on their A game when it comes to pit stops, and Red Bull's been on like their D game when it comes to pit stops.
And McLaren has been on their F.
Yeah, so I think Lewis is going to pass Max in the pits, and that's how he's going to win. He's going to take on the first or second pit stop. Lewis is going to get ahead in the pits, and that's how it's going to happen. So no overtake, of course, but that seems like a reasonable take. Other than Lewis qualifying well,
or they're going to send out Max right into the side of Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari, kind of like how they did to Kimi.
They better not. And also, I don't even know how that would be possible with the way that it happened before, but they better not. They do put them in a weird order, so watch they put them next to each other. I don't know. I just can't picture with this pit, the way these pit boxes are. I don't see Red Bull doing well.
Yeah.
I have some other interesting predictions. Do you have any more that you want to make? Because I have a few like random ones.
Nothing off the top of my head at the moment.
Okay, well, I have that 4 green cars will qualify P17, 18, 19, and 20th. In any order you choose. Probably Hulkenberg in 18th, Alonso 17th, and then Stroll and Bortoletto battling it out for P20. I have Yuki qualifies worse than he did last year here. Last year, he qualified in P8 in the other car, so he's going to qualify worse in a better car.
Do you think he's going to crawl back up the order again?
What, at this race?
It's not a passing track, yeah.
Heck no. I think Yuki's going to have another terrible weekend.
Do you think he's at risk then?
No.
Not yet?
I don't think they have a golden child yet because they don't want to put. They've learned their lesson about the rookies, so Yuki's kind of their only choice for now. So right now it's kind of in that like gray area. But I mean, Checo absolutely annihilated some Haas's last year, and they were like extension. So it was right before that. So. And I said the 2 stops make the difference.
Yeah, because he annihilated 2 Haas's in the race last year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he took out the Haas.
It was both. It was Haas on Haas crime after a Checo shot a Haas into another Haas. There's a lot of Haas. And finally, something that maybe you thought of is I think Max's baby is going to come to this race if it's old enough. I don't know if you can at this point, but she's in Monaco, so like, why not? You know.
It might be a little early still.
I don't know. I mean, she probably did like a tub birth in a vat of motor oil. So why not? Why not? If it's too early, it's too early. But if whatever the baby's name is coming, we'll come to this race. So that's what I think is going to happen. Were you looking up how soon can a baby go out in public?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been like a month, right? Yeah, you're right. Wait, was it born this month?
It's been like 3 weeks.
Well, that's soon enough to start getting in the car.
As soon as you feel comfortable and the baby is healthy.
Well, there you go.
But it says avoid crowded places.
They already live in Monaco.
I don't know.
Listen, this kid's like 2 or 3 weeks away from Yost leaving him at the gas station. Or her. Is it a her?
It's a her. It's Lily.
Okay, fine. 4 weeks. He'll wait an extra week because the softness of the heart of Lily. Well, that's...
Yes, Lily Verstappen.
Lily Verstappen will get left at a gas station. No, Lily Verstappen is going to make a paddock appearance on race day, potentially. Especially if he's on pole. Like,
yeah. I think if not this race, definitely at some point this year.
See, I don't think so because it's the only one that's close. Because like if you don't think it's soon enough, then the European races are too soon. Then the European races are going to pass, and then the kid's not going to go. Let's go to the Dutch Grand Prix.
You also forget that they have a private jet. Like,
yeah, but they only have one, so like Max had to pick them up. Only one.
mm-hmm.
All right, we're getting way off topic here. Point is, McLaren are going to act like a bunch of babies, and Max's actual baby will be there. That's the summary. And Lewis Hamilton is going to win his first race for Ferrari at Monaco, and it's going to be freaking legendary. That's what's going to happen. So enjoy your McLaren 1-2 and Lewis Hamilton DNF. Okay, that's about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Enjoy the Crown Jewel and also the Wienermobile 500.
I'm looking forward to that.
Car. That is that's the third crown. Like, we don't need Le Mans anymore. We need the Wienermobile.
Did you know that they're decorating each wiener based on a different, like, type? So, like, there's going to be, like, a New York. There's going to be, like, a pickle relish. There's going to be, like, all 6 of them. And this is, like, the first time, I think, first time either historically or first time in a while that all of them are meeting up in one location.
I saw in a while, but I don't know historically. I'm not a Wienermobile expert. Anyway, we're removing Le Mans from the Crown Jewels. We're adding the Wienermobile in place. It's a joke. Calm down. I love Le Mans. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.